Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you my absolute favorite ways to cut onions. I have 3 onions right here and I'm going to be demonstrating how I do cut my onions. So sit back in your couch and relax and watch me cut some onions. If you're watching me on TV, shout out to you. If you're any kid, shout out to you. Okay, let's begin now. Let's start with this one. So for me to chop the onion, I usually cut the head first, cut the tail. So it has a head and it has a tail. So let's do it. Let's cut the head first, just like that. Put it away. And then cut the tail. Just like that. Put it away. For this method that I'm using to cut, I want the onions to come out as rings. So I'm just gonna be cutting like that. There you go. Just like that. It's coming out as rings. Just like that. So when you cut, make sure you put it, you don't want the rings to get scattered. Like that. Woo, I'm loving it. Just like that. If you want the rings to be thick, you can make them thick. If you want them to be thinner, you can make them thinner, just like that. Everyone comes out as a ring and it's just super nice and beautiful. Just like that. This one is very thin. And then we keep going. Just like that. And so you just cut all of them and then take time to separate them individually, which is beautiful. The bottom usually sticks together a little bit. There's no big deal to separate it. You know, you can use this to make onion rings, dip it in powder and fry it. But for this purpose, I'm just showing you the cutting skills. I'm not gonna fry anything, you know. So just like that. Then it becomes a little bit difficult to separate the last ones. Oh, just like that. Then some can be bigger and then some will be smaller. Right. So there we have some onion rings. This is my #1 way of cutting. So we're gonna move to #2. Look at how beautiful it is. Everyone comes out as a ring, just like that, you know. So let's move that away and go to #2 way of cutting. You know, I'm putting it in a bowl so that we'll use it to cook later in this video. So shout out to everybody watching. And just relax while I cut some onions. So #2 way that I usually cut onions is this way. First we'll remove the tail first also, then remove the head, just like that. And then we're going to divide the onion into 2. Yes, we divide it into 2 equal halves, and then put one aside. And then this method, we're gonna cut it into, so we cut it like that. So we want the onion to come out as squares. So cut it like this and then turn it and then chop it again, just like that. Every single piece become like a little square or triangle. Usually a square, mostly. Just be careful not to cut your hand. Just like this. See, that comes out into tiny little pieces, you know. And then let's finish the other piece in the same way. First, cut like this. Don't make it go apart, like that. And then turn it, and then cut it like this. Oh, this is very easy, and it just goes faster. And then it just separates itself apart. And then that's my second way of cutting. We can separate that, put that aside, and then let's go to number 3 way of cutting, which is the last one. We do the same thing again. Cut the head, and then cut the tail. This one we're going to divide it and then put one part aside, and then in this case we just cut it like for it to be long, just like that. You know, this time around it's not squares, it's long, like that. You can use this for suya, you know. Very easy. Just cut it. Every piece is just like a long small onion, just like that. The small pieces become harder to cut, but just be careful. Then look at that. After cutting, then take time to separate them. Becomes little long pieces of onions, and you know, you can use it to cook. It's amazing to use it to cook. Put that aside. And wow, we have a lot of onions here. And then look at this. Cut in the middle, and then just cut and go, and cut and go. After that, separate them. You just come long pieces of onions, and then just like this. And all of them come like that. So we've cut 3 onions. If I bring it back, we'll have a lot of onions here that are mixed together. Look at that. So those are my 3 favorite ways to cut onions. And here we have all the onions. So I'm just gonna put it in a bowl, and then we'll be using it gradually to cook. So each time we want to cook, instead of cutting onions, we will just take onions that we have already cut and then use it to cook. What an amazing way to save time during cooking. And mostly when you cut onions, it's like it enters your eyes, and you know, so. But if you cut it one time and put it aside, it saves time. When you want to cook, you just go to your onion bowl and grab some onions, fry them, and then cook, you know. That's actually good. So we've come to the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. Participate in my giveaway. Thank you.